Is it harder to get a loan for a manufactured home? I'm Kevin Lightman. I'm a park operator. I'm here to answer all the questions you have about manufactured housing. Please, anything you want to know, drop a question in the comments. As for getting a loan, there's something a little bit different when you're dealing with manufactured homes in a community, and that's called a chattel loan. So what a chattel loan does, it allows you to get a mortgage on a home on land that you lease. So in the typical manufactured home community, you don't own the land, right? You're leasing the land, that's why you pay a lot fee, and you own the home outright. In a traditional mortgage, you're taking a mortgage on a loan and on a home and land together. So that's a little bit different for banks, and not every bank does chattel loans. In fact, very few do, especially banks that are local. So if you have a local bank that you typically work with and deal with who would do a mortgage, they might not necessarily do a chattel loan. That's a separate division. It has separate requirements, and it's governed differently. So you might have to find a specific lender who does chattel loans. Now, if you look up chattel lenders, you're going to find tons of them. There are hundreds of them at this point, and they all have different pros and cons. There are some lenders who I would say specialize in low credit scores, helping people get that initial financing for their starter home. I know some chattel lenders work with higher credit scores that have rate buy downs, and they have some other options. Some chattel lenders are starting to do FHA loans. Not many do VA loans, which I have personal beef with. I think they should all do VA loans. But that's one of the things that you might have a little more difficulty with if you're looking. So chattel lenders, you might want to do your own research and say, okay, who's got what program out there? What may be the best fit for me with my situation, my credit score, the amount of down payment that I might have. And then you also want to work with your community operator, the person that you're buying the home from, because they might have lenders that they have partnerships with that can help you get financed as well. So you want to look through all of your options is basically what I'm saying, but you're looking for a chattel loan, and that is specifically the loan that is for a home that you own on land that you are leasing. And if you find a good lender there, I'd always recommend apply to a few of them, see who's got the best rates, see who's going to be able to give you the best options for repayment. Make sure that they don't have a prepayment penalty if you plan on, paying large chunks and paying it down faster. So all of those things apply. The same thing that you would look at mortgages and you would, compare rates and shop around your lenders. I always think you should do that no matter what. But you're just looking for a different type of loan. Doesn't mean it's harder to get. I have seen interest rates are typically slightly higher because they find that, you have less control over the land, obviously. So your rate might be a little bit higher than a traditional mortgage, usually by about a point. Obviously, that varies depending on your credit score, which lender you go with, the size of your down payment. So all of those things can change really quickly. But those are things I would expect if you go down that route. So if you have any other questions about manufactured housing, let me know in the comments. I'd love to help you out. Thanks.